Hello everyone, welcome back to the Addicted Bookworm, where my addiction is all over the internet. On this channel, I do book hauls, book reviews, both digital and physical media, audiobooks, and so much more. So in today's video, uh, I am literally going to say this, and I know no one's going to take it the wrong way. Nobody's going to take it the wrong way. I have gotten to the point of these big chunker books that I'm like, oh no. No way. Jose. I am like, no. Not doing it. Not doing it at all. Yeah, it's like, no. Absolutely not. I have gotten to the point in these giant thick tomes of book that I'm just burnt out with them. I am absolutely positively burnt out of them. Even when I was reading them on my Kindle, I'm like, I I need to kind of take a break from these super thick books, because all it's going to do is burn me out of reading, and then it's like, it's just not going to be good. It's not going to be good. um and I know people are like, oh, but I like the big chunky books. I'm like, okay, you can love the big chunky books all you want, but not me. No, I literally am going to avoid these big books for as long as I possibly can, because it's just, no. Absolutely not. So how it felt to actually read, like, I was off yesterday from the fact that she got all those videos. I was off yesterday, and I was still exhausted from, like, the night before. Like, I'll get to work at about 9, maybe like 9:30, and I will be in the locker room, because I got a locker room where I put my shit, and I will sit there and I will spend about like 5, maybe like 10 minutes, reading a short story or whatever, and then I will turn off my Kindle or turn off my Nook or close whatever book I'm on, and I will clock in and start working. And I use short stories to kind of unwind and kind of get myself in this great, wonderful mood, and then I'll go out and I will work. And then I will have my 15 minutes, and I will just sit there and, like, lounge, and then I'll come back, and then 2 hours later I'll have another 15 minute, and I will lounge, and I'm like, and then I'll have my lunch, and I'll grab my Kindle or my Nook or whatever book I'm currently reading, and I will sit there. I'll eat my food, and I'll sit there, and I will read my. I'll read it. Like, I'll turn, like, if I have a Kindle with me, I can just press the button, and voila, it automatically turns on. The Nook takes a little bit longer to do. But that's what I do. That is what I do. And it kind of helps me get through the shift. Not that I'm complaining about my work. I'm not complaining about my job. I love my job so much. But that's what I do. And I am literally like, if I'm sitting there reading a Kindle edition of a huge 1,000 page book, I am not winding down at all. I'm like, please, I need more time to read. I need more time. Like, I'm not. So what I actually did, was I got a I said to myself, it takes time for the Nook to turn on, but the Kindle turns on like that. I'm just going to go ahead and take my Kindle to work. That way, it doesn't take me so long to turn it on and all that stuff. But yeah, it's something else. It actually is. But I literally am like, I I cannot handle big chunky books. I can't handle them in any kind of like space. I can't. So like when I'm at home, I say to myself, okay, how thick is this book? How thick is this book? And I kind of like, okay, I'm not going to read that if it's like a certain number of pages, because I'm just not going to be able to relax. But yeah, so the big chunky book like Oathbringer, I am going to definitely be taking a huge break, because I just cannot. I just cannot like handle that. I cannot. It's absolutely impossible for me to like handle it. But anyways, yeah. So I am like I said, taking a huge break from these big chunky books, and I'm literally just going to like relax. But if anyone who's watching this video, if you guys know what I'm talking about as far as like these big ass chunky books, did you feel overwhelmed too? Because I felt overwhelmed big time. I felt like that I was never going to get to the end of that book, and I was so glad when I did. So glad when I did. All right, I am going to end it there, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.